Hello grade 7, welcome to our video lesson number 5, and this is about occupational health and safety procedures, and now we will be relating it to the dressmaking field. So I hope once again that you will finish watching this video. So remember that if you're going to put a business wherein you can use the skills, the dressmaking skills, always remember not only gaining money or gaining profit, but also the safety of all people in your business. So you have to consider that. And in order to do that, you must have what we call the occupational health and safety procedures. I know this topic is not new to you, so there are only 3 terms that you have to recall, and these are hazards, risk, and OHSP. And now we're going to relate it in the field of dressmaking or garments construction. So let's start. Can you still remember the word being referred to in this statement? These are the things that might cause harm or danger. Can you guess it? It starts with letter H. So the word that we look for in this statement is hazards. So once again, when we say hazards, these are the things that might cause harm or danger. So anything that you can say that is delikado in Tagalog, so you can call that as hazards. Can you name hazards in the dressmaking field? Can you imagine a patahian, pagawaan ng damit? Ano-ano kaya mga delikadong masasabi doon? So, you might say scissors, you might say sewing machines, you might say electrical appliances there, you may say the slippery floor, ayan, you may say the rats, the cockroaches out there. Yes, those are all examples of hazards. They can cause harm or danger. So if we will not be able to manage those hazards, if we will not be able to control them to ensure safety, some things might happen. So can you remember that R word? That refers to the possible effects of uncontrolled hazards. So it is R, 4 letters or 5 letters. So we are referring to risk. Ayan. So 4 letters kapag walang S, 5 letters kapag may S. So we have risk. So once again, they are the possible effects of uncontrolled hazards. Later, a while ago, we mentioned scissors. So what could possibly happen if we do not control scissors? So there could be cuts, there could be injuries. What if cockroaches? If we will not be able to control the cockroaches in your shop, so it can cause illnesses. So cuts, accidents, injuries, illnesses, those are examples of what we call risk. Okay? So for you to further understand the difference of those, let's have this picture. Look at this carefully. Can you identify anything that you can consider as dangerous or hazard? Okay, so probably you have spotted for the sewing machine. You have spotted for the edge of this table. You have spotted for the lightings and wirings, especially the wirings are just there. Ayan. Probably you also saw the long time of sitting, 8 hours a day, nakaupo siya dyan at nagtatahe. You probably noticed these people as well who stands for a long time. So these are all examples of what we call hazards, that if we will not be able to control them, possible risks might happen. Ito yung mga delikado. Okay? Kahit parte sila ng trabaho, they could pose danger or harm to these people. Ayan. And probably there could be mosquitoes out there. So that could be a hazard. The sewing machines are being maintained para hindi mga lawang. May chemical na ginagamit doon. So lubricant oils, those are hazards as well. So all of this, again, are examples of what we call hazards. Lahat sila ay mga delikado. Okay? Pero, hindi naman sila magiging delikado kung na-manage natin sila ng maayos. But, if baliktad nun ang mangyari, hindi natin sila ma-manage, so, some things might happen na hindi maganda. Okay? So, So let's try to recall this. So remember, we have 4 types of hazard that we have been discussing since first quarter. But let's try to recall here. So ito yung mga na-identify nyong hazards from the picture. So let's try to recall the type of hazard. Lightings and wirings. We have 4 types of hazards. We have physical, the workplace and then the things in the workplace. We have the biological, anything that has life. We also have the chemical, mga harmful substances, toxins. We also have the ergonomic hazard that has relation to the body. So let's try to recall biological, chemical, physical, or ergonomic. Let's go with lightings and wirings. So you can find it there nakasabit doon sa shop nila. Nakita niyo po kanina. Yung lightings, maaring sumabog kapag ka napabayaan. So they are physical hazards. What about the sewing machine? This is another physical hazard. The edge of the table na kung saan pag nasagi po kayo, pwede kayong masaktan. So that is physical hazard. What about the mosquitoes? They are insects, but they can cause some risk or health issues. So they are biological hazards. They have life. Okay? They have life, but they can cause danger to us. We have the lubricant oil. They are chemical hazards. Chemical hazards po yan. The long time of sitting and standing. Matagal po kayong nakaupo, matagal na nakatayo. They are ergonomic hazards. Okay? So remember that. So these are the hazards, hazard types. Okay? So ito po ay mga example nila. So once again, they are there in your workplace. Nandun sila sa shop, sa pagawaan. You cannot avoid them. Aside from the mosquitoes, the rest po ay naandun talaga at kakailanganin ninyo. But the key is to manage or control them. Kasi po pagka hindi, possible risk nga po might happen. So ano ba yung possible risk ng lightings and wirings? There could be electrocution, di ba? Pagka-kuryente, pag hindi nakasaksak na maayos, may mga live wires na sira na pala, yan, electrocution po ang mangyayari. Sewing machine, injury on the finger, hindi mo napansin, daliri mo na pala ang natatahi mo, di ba? Edge of the table, so wounds, kapag matalas, yung gilid na yon ng table. Mosquitoes can cause dengue, di ba? Lubricant oil can cause intoxication pag hindi tayo naging careful at punta siya sa ating inside of the body. Long time of sitting and standing can cause backaches and leg cramps, pamamanhid at pananakit ng likod. So, these risks can be avoided. Again, if you control these hazards. Dito po ngayon papasok yung OHSP, the Occupational Health and Safety Procedures, the things we do so that we can minimize the possibility that this risk might happen. Maiwasan na mangyari to kasi pwede naman pong maiwasan. So, to avoid the electrocution caused by lightings and wirings, ano po ang pwedeng gawin? So, by inspecting your lightings and wirings regularly. Kung meron na bang ngat-ngat ng daga dyan, okay pa ba siya? Safe pa ba siya? Sewing machine, para hindi ka ma-injure sa finger mo. So, be careful. That's just it. Be careful and know how to properly operate the sewing machine. To avoid the wounds caused by the edge of the table, be aware. Diba? Isa yun sa mga key para maging safe ang workplace. Dapat aware ka sa paligid mo. To avoid the dengue caused by mosquito, have a regular cleaning para hindi pinamamahaya ng lamok yung shop ninyo. Lubricant oil para hindi makalason. So, always be careful or use them safely. Basahin ang instructions paano siyang gamitin. Diba? For your backaches, para hindi mangyari yan, dahil matagal ka nakatayo, take a break. Diba? So, do some stretching. The same is applied to long time of standing para hindi kayo makaramdam ng leg cramps. Take a break. So, umupo saglit or di kayo mag-stretching. So, all of these are what we call OHSP. Ito yung mga safety procedures na ginagawa so that we can avoid this risk. Kasi ang hazard ay hindi naiiwasan. Ito lang po mga risk na ito. Okay? So, it's very short topic and we will be discussing more about the occupational health and safety procedures relating to dressmaking. So, I hope at least you were able to define or give examples of hazards, the types of hazards, the risk, and then the OHSP. So that would be all for your video lesson number 5. Thank you!